Hey peeps, my name is Daniela and welcome back to my channel. In the month of January 2021, I watched 7 movies, which is kind of a lot for me. All the movies that I watched this month are in order of me watching them. Wonder Woman 1984, The Five Bloods, Waves, Fruitvale Station, One Night in Miami, Homecoming, a film by Beyonce, and Easy A. In order of my rankings, One Night in Miami came in top with 5 stars. Then, in no particular order, Easy A, Fruitvale Station, and The Five Bloods all got 4.5 stars from me. Then Waves got 3.5 stars, and Wonder Woman 1984 got 2 stars, which it was 2.5 stars, but I changed. I didn't rate Homecoming, the film by Beyonce. I'm talking about each movie from my least favorite to my favorite. Wonder Woman 1984. It was messy. It was just mess everywhere. Like, the plot, they didn't have a plot. The pacing of the movie was terrible, especially for a superhero movie. It was going way too slow. It was way too long. There were some problematic things said in it. It was just mess. But I do want to say Pedro Pascal stole the show. He did what he needed to do. His performance was really great with the circumstances of that movie. Next up is Waves. Waves is a coming of age story about a black suburban family, and I had watched the trailer and really wanted to watch it. Also, the casting of the movie, we got Kelvin Harris Jr., Sterling K. Brown, and Renee Elise Goldsberry, so that already had me like, okay, I want to watch this movie because I knew the acting was gonna be great.
It's not even giving what y'all said it was supposed to give.
I think the acting and the performances were really great, I will say that, but the story itself and the plot was just not what I expected or what the trailer made it look like. So that's why it got such a low rating for me. But I do want to say the soundtrack of the movie and like the songs that they chose to use, I really enjoyed. So yeah, there's also some good directing in this movie too. I do think so, and I'll say that. But just like the writing and the storyline and character arcs, I was not really a fan of. Next would be The Five Bloods. It got a 4.5 star rating for me, and I'm only putting it like lower than the rest of the other 4.5 star ratings because it was just really kind of hard for me to watch. It's a little bit of a triggering movie, so I was just triggered a lot of the time, but the performances in it were really, really great. It was really, really beautifully written and directed and performed. Just all around a great movie. There's a lot of things that are being spoken. Spike Lee, like everyone knows, he's not afraid to talk about what he wants to talk about. He said what he wanted to say, and his message came out clear, but it was a lot for me to take in. But I do want to say, I love the performance. Jonathan Major's performance was amazing. Delroy Lindo's performance was amazing. It was just all great. It really spoke on the effects that war can have for generations on families, and I think that's really, really interesting to see. Definitely would recommend that you watch The Five Bloods if you want to learn a little bit, but I do want to say that it can be very triggering, so just watch out for that. Okay, next up in like my liking is Easy A. Also got 4.5 stars for me. I really enjoyed this movie. I think I loved literally every single character. Like, the writing in this movie was so good. The way that they made every character stand out in their role, I just loved it. Also, the cast was amazing. We got young Penn Badgley, obviously, Emma Stone, I think it's Allie. It's either Allie or AJ who are in this movie. Also, Stanley Tucci's in this movie. I definitely just butchered his name. I love the cast. The writing was good. It was just really enjoyable. I do want to say that if you want to watch it, that it is getting off of Netflix the week of February 22nd, I believe. So just know that. Next up is Fruitvale Station. This was a hard movie to watch, and it is also a triggering movie. The directing was amazing. Ryan Coogler is like literally one of my favorite directors. I love his directing, I love his writing. Michael B. Jordan's performance in this movie was the best performance I've ever seen of him. Octavia Spencer came in here and really stole the show. I mean, the story is the hard thing to sit through and watch and know what's gonna happen. but it's a beautifully written and told and directed story. I think everyone should watch this movie because it's a beautiful movie, but also telling such an important story. My highest rated movie, One Night in Miami. I'm literally so excited to talk about this movie because it is amazing. Regina King's directing was so beautiful. I just sat there being like,
Black women.
yes. Every shot, everything was beautiful. Kent Powers writing. I hate that we haven't been seeing him. Like, he has been so underrated, and seeing him be Soul and now this movie, he's an amazing writer. The performances, like the whole cast, the whole ensemble, all amazing, all amazing. The cast did what they needed to do, and I absolutely loved it. Kingsley's Malcolm X, that I loved this side of Malcolm X that we got to see. It's a light that you haven't seen Malcolm X in. It's a vulnerability that you haven't seen Malcolm X in, and Kingsley brought it beautifully. I do want to say though that there are some problems with the way that they've showed and portrayed Malcolm and Ali in regards to their faith in Islam. There are some connotations that were not respectful and didn't honor them correctly. This is also fiction. This is a fictional conversation. We don't actually know what happened here. I mean, it was just amazing. The dialogue, the directing, just everything about this movie I absolutely loved. Eli Gordon, Adishaj, also great performances. I mean, they're just amazing. Leslie Odom Jr. was another standout performance for me. Him as Sam Cooke was just so amazing. I've loved Leslie Odom Jr. since I watched Hamilton. He's amazing. I love him and his voice, and he brought what he needed to this character. When Leslie's singing is one of the most beautiful sequences of scenes and just one of the most beautiful endings of a movie I've ever watched. I mean, I sat there like speechless and just stunned after watching this movie because it was so beautiful, and I literally rewatched the movie the next day because of how beautiful that sequence was, and just the feelings, the words that they were saying. They're such beautiful words. I keep saying it, but it's true. The words that they said, the dialogue that they had, and the fact that what they're talking about is still so relevant today. I hate, but it's inspiring to me. I just love the movie. I loved it. Regina King, I love you. You are amazing. I love seeing you take over this industry, directing, acting, producing, doing everything. You are amazing, and you did that. Lastly is Homecoming. This movie made me really like Beyonce. I'm not ashamed to say it, but I have not been a big Beyonce fan. I honestly didn't even really listen to her discography until the beginning of this year. Come after me all you want, but I don't really care.
Are you not embarrassed? This is really embarrassing.
I definitely should have listened to it earlier. I want to go to a Beyonce concert so badly now, like seeing how she performs, how she did everything. It was so much fun. Also when Destiny's Child came in, I loved it. She is a performer. Her talking about how she had twin babies and then like went to go do this.
Can I get a wow? Wow! Can I get another wow? Wow! Give me another one. Wow! Call the ambulance. Whoa!
I just was singing along, acting like I was in a concert the whole time I was watching this movie. It was so much fun. That is the end of this video. Those are all movies I watched. If you guys want me to watch a specific movie and review it next month, please comment down below. Check out my letterbox if you want to see any of my reviews, because that is where they will always be. Thank you so much for watching. Please hit that subscribe button if you enjoyed this video. Like and comment, and I will see you guys next time. Bye!